Hello everyone, so my name is Clara Zaskia and in this video I'm going to explain my web development project, a report page that can switch between two different visual modes, a clean mode and a messy mode. I will explain the source code part by part, including the HTML, CSS and JavaScript sections. So first, let's start with the HTML part. This section defines the structure of the web page. It begins with the doc type. Uh, it begins with doc type declaration, which tells the browser that this is an HTML5 documents. And the HTML, the HTML text sets the language to Indonesian using language is ID or Indonesia. Inside the head section, we have the page metadata like the character encoding, 5-port settings for responsive design, and the title of the page. Then inside the body, we have all the visible content. The body starts with a toggle button placed in a div. This with the class toggle with the class toggle with the class toggle container, and this button lets users switch between the two modes, neat and messy. Below that, there's the main div called container, which holds all the report content, the title, and the student's name and ID, and three section of question and answers. So this is the question and this is the answers. Each section uses a div with the class section inside it. There's an H3 for the question and a div with a class answer that contains the explanation, and the H3 also has an onClick event to show or hide the answers interactively. And I'm gonna explain about the CSS. Yeah, this part. So CSS controls how everything looks. It's divided into several parts: the basic styles and the clean mode, the messy mode, and the toggle button, and the responsive design. First part is resets margin and padding. This is resets margin and padding. This is using the asterisk selector. It is also set the best font and smooth transitions effect for the whole page. This ensures consistent styling across all browsers. And second, I'm going to explain about the clean mode, mode rapi. In clean mode or Indonesian mode rapi, the website looks professional and minimalist. The background uses a soft purple gradient. And the text color are neutral. The container has a white background. Is white background on container mode rapi. And rounded corner and a gentle box shadow. And the title use purple tones, and the layout is structured with CSS grid, which makes it easy to align content neatly. And each section has soft padding, smooth hover effects, and rounded borders to make it visually elegant. And then I'm gonna explain the messy mode or mode berantakan. This, as we can see, the background, there is a background animation, keyframes. is this all is designed to look chaotic and colorful. The background is a repeating rainbow, so that's why there's a lot of colors on the background here. And then this gonna moves continuously using a keyframe animation. Text and elements are rotated, have clashing colors, and use funny fonts like Comic Sans and Impact. Each section is slightly titled and has strong borders, and this mode is intentionally unorganized to show the contrast between both visual styles. And the toggle button is styled to stand out. It has a purple gradient, a purple gradient background, white text, rounded edges, and hover effects that makes it lift slightly when your mouse is over it. And its position is fixed in the top right corner, so it's always visible. And the last part of CSS is about responsive design. It uses media queries to make the page look good on all devices. On all devices, from large desktops to small smartphones, and smartphones. For smaller screens, font size and padding are reduced, and the grid layout changes to one column. Now let's look at the JavaScript part, which adds interactivity to the page. So first, there's a variable called isRapi mode, like this, that stores whether the current mode is clean or messy. It starts as true, meaning the page begins in clean mode. And second, it's function toggle mode. This section is triggered when the user clicks the toggle button. It checks which mode is currently active and then switches the class names between mode rapi and mode berantakan on both the body and the container. This instantly changes the entire style of the page because each mode has its own CSS design. The variable isRapi mode is then flipped to keep track of the current state. And then the function toggle content handles showing or hiding the answer when a question's title is clicked. So if you guys double click or just click the title of the question, it checks whether the answer is hiding using the hidden class. If it's hidden, it simply becomes visible again, but if it's currently visible, a confirmation box will appear asking if the user wants to hide the content. This small interaction gives a more dynamic and user-friendly experience. So in summary, this project demonstrates how HTML structures a web page. CSS defines its visual style and responsiveness, and JavaScript make it interactive. And the combination of a clean mode and messy mode show how flexible and interactive and creative web design can be using simple code logic. So that's all for my explanation. Thank you for watching my video about this source code. I hope it helps you understand how HTML, CSS, and JavaScript work together to create both interactive and adaptive web page. Thank you.